Today we're counting down 7 car brands in serious trouble right now. We're not talking about startups or forgotten nameplates. These are companies that dominated motorsports, defined entire segments, and moved millions of vehicles. But they made catastrophically wrong bets on electric vehicles, ignored dealer networks until it was too late, or got steamrolled by Chinese manufacturers building competitive EVs for half the cost. And the number one pick? They might not make it to 2027. Stay to the end. You need to know which brands are circling the drain before you sign that loan paperwork. Some brands on this list will survive through brutal restructuring. Others, we're watching their final chapters. Let's count down from struggling to absolutely catastrophic. Number 7, Mitsubishi. Remember when Mitsubishi made the Lancer Evolution and actually mattered in motorsports? Those days are long gone. Today, Mitsubishi is watching its U.S. dealer network collapse in real time. The numbers are brutal. Mitsubishi has only 300 dealers left in the United States. That's a fraction of what Toyota, Honda, or even Subaru operates. Average dealer profit dropped from 2.2% in 2023 to 0.92% in 2024. Translation: dealers are basically breaking even, hoping things improve. Here's how bad it is. In the Midwest alone, 4 out of 15 Mitsubishi stores went out of business in a single year. One dealer told Automotive News they're losing $80,000 per month just keeping the lights on. When your dealer network is operating as a charity, you don't have a business. You have a problem with a 3-diamond badge. The product lineup isn't helping. The Outlander Sport dates back to 2011. The company discontinued the Mirage, their affordable entry model that accounted for significant dealer volume, with 0 replacement. They raised prices 22% over 4 years while cutting incentives by 26%. Dealers are trying to sell aging products at higher prices with less manufacturer support. That's not a strategy. That's surrender. Mitsubishi's partnership with Nissan was supposed to help, except Nissan is also drowning, as we'll discuss shortly. Relying on Nissan's EV platform for your 2026 comeback is like asking someone in quicksand to throw you a rope. Still, Mitsubishi might survive. Their Momentum 2030 plan promises 1 new or refreshed model annually through 2030. They just signed major dealer groups like LaFontaine and Walser, and parent company Mitsubishi Group has deep pockets if they decide the automotive division is worth saving. Plus, Mitsubishi remains strong in Southeast Asian markets, where affordability matters more than brand prestige. The question is whether Mitsubishi can execute fast enough to stop the bleeding. Dealers can't wait until 2030 for profitability. Number 6, Volkswagen. When you close a factory in Germany for the first time in your 88-year history, you're not making adjustments. You're fighting for survival. Volkswagen just shut down its Dresden plant, marking the first production shutdown at a German site ever. They're cutting 35,000 jobs by 2030 and slashing production capacity by 734,000 units. The company projects an €11 billion cash shortfall for 2026. Volkswagen's operating margin sits at 2.3%. BMW and Mercedes, 10.9% and 9.9% respectively. VW is getting destroyed by competitors on their home turf. The core problem is Volkswagen bet everything on electric vehicles. They committed €160 billion to electrification. That's not a typo. 160 billion. They built factories, retooled production lines, discontinued profitable gasoline models, then consumers didn't show up. Now VW runs facilities at partial capacity, hemorrhaging cash while facing EU fines if they don't sell enough EVs to meet carbon dioxide targets. But they lose money on every EV sold. It's the world's most expensive catch-22. Build more EVs and lose more money per unit, or pay massive fines for missing targets. Meanwhile, Chinese manufacturers like BYD build competitive electric vehicles for literally half of Volkswagen's production costs. VW spent decades building an advantage in internal combustion engines. That expertise means nothing when the market shifts to batteries and software, areas where Chinese companies excel. Factory costs run 25 to 50% above target versus competitors. German labor unions blocked reforms for years. Now those chickens are coming home to roost. VW CEO Thomas Schaefer admitted some German plants are twice as expensive as competitors. Volkswagen will likely survive because they're too strategically important for the German government to let fail. They reached a union deal avoiding immediate mass closures, and premium brands like Porsche remain highly profitable. Skoda is actually performing well, but the VW brand itself, that's in intensive care. The CFO admits 2025 and 2026 will show only slightly positive cash flow. For a company this size, that's terrifying.